Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, organizations that help with heating assistance are urging Mainers to get their applications in as soon as possible.
Plus, Eastern Maine Community College is receiving a large grant to help students academically and financially.
And October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The town of Lincoln held a walk to honor survivors.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. It is finally Friday. We're making it again. Just have to get through this one last day.
Yes.
And then we'll have a nice weekend. We'll also this morning, we have some special guests joining us a little later on in the program, probably around 6:40 this morning, from the Maine Bigfoot Festival, which will be held next weekend in Western Maine.
I'm excited to hear about it.
So we'll hear all about that. They'll be doing Bigfoot contests, all kinds of things going on. So that'll be fun. But first, to check that forecast, and you'll notice it's pretty chilly out there this morning. I looked at the thermometer, and it was like 24 in my truck this morning.
I know. It was. I had to start my car for a while this morning
Did you
before
really?
I took off. Yeah, but I run cold.
I'm the last minute guy. I run out there and I'll jump in. I don't care. I'll warm up on the way. And then I'll freeze because of it. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's get a first check of our forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Already freeze warnings remain posted until around 8 a.m. or so this morning. Temperatures have gotten cold enough for flowers and vegetation to be killed by the temperatures. So unfortunately, we're hitting the end of the growing season with temperatures that have been cooling off. Meanwhile, as we do move forward, we have high pressure right overhead, and with the clear skies and calm winds that have allowed conditions to really get cool enough to really kill the vegetation. But meanwhile, look how clear it is out there. So we will see a lot of sunshine as we do move forward in time today. Futurecast is showing things being rather quiet today, maybe a few passing clouds, and that's about it. We'll see a little bit more clouds in a few spots coming up later on tonight. As we do move forward today, maybe a little bit of gusty winds up to around 50 miles per hour, especially farther down toward the south, and that's about it. Your hourly forecast, lots of sunshine today with temperatures in the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Looks like a great day.
Prosecutor has dismissed charges against a Blue Hill lawmaker who was accused of illegally campaigning at the polls. Nina McMillan, a Democrat from Blue Hill, was accused of violating a state law that prohibits anyone from trying to influence a person's decision while at a polling place. She was accused of campaigning around the Blue Hill town office in April. According to the Ellsworth American, District Attorney Natasha Irving investigated the matter and determined that McMillan had not broken the law.
Milliken. Yeah. All right, moving on. 2 motorcycle riders were injured this week after striking a cow in Vassalboro, or some cows. It happened Monday night on Riverside Drive. According to the Kennebec Journal, a man told investigators he and a woman were riding a motorcycle when 4 cows wandered onto the road. They struck one of the cows and the bike crashed to the ground. A local firefighter found the couple and called for help. They were both rushed to the hospital, and the woman appeared to suffer serious injuries. No word on their condition this morning.
A fire has destroyed a fishing boat in Stonington. According to the Stonington Fire Department, crews were called to Field Point Road a little before 3 p.m. on Wednesday for a boat that was fully engulfed in flames and not accessible by land. They say crews acted quickly to attack the fire from the water. Despite the wind, current, and dropping tide, firefighters were able to get their lines in place and knock down the flames, which prevented the vessel from breaking loose and floating away. They say that once the fire was under control, the boat was brought to shore.
Winter is fast approaching and the demand for heating assistance remains high. With federal funding on hold, the organizations that assist with heating expenses are urging people to get their applications in as soon as possible. Our Grace Blanchard has more.
Maine remains the most heating oil-dependent state in the nation, burdening households with uncertain heating costs. The Maine State Housing Authority is expected to receive around $40 million in federal funding, which is currently tied up amidst the government shutdown.
We've been concerned because we know that the $40 million grant is not enough to meet the demand that presents itself in Maine.
Last year, the Heating Energy Assistance Program, also known as HEAP, provided aid to more than 30,000 households. According to the Maine State Housing Authority, the Energy Crisis Intervention Program, which provides emergency fuel assistance to households, is now capping benefits to a one-time $500 benefit, down from $800 a year ago. Executive Director Dan Brennan says this will allow them to serve more households.
Yeah, by reducing it to what we feel is a benefit that's going to get someone out of an emergency, we've accomplished our objective. And therefore, we're allowed to take those extra dollars to help more people.
The Penquist Community Action Agency distributes the aid to income-eligible households across Penobscot, Piscataquis, and Knox County. HEAP Division Manager Lynn Lugden says they typically see around 12,000 applications.
I know it's hard for a lot of folks, especially our elderly folks in the state of Maine.
They are currently booking appointments for the end of January and will be accepting applications until next May.
Please apply. Even if there's a wait list or not, please apply. You never know. They may have funds to be able to serve everyone like they have the last couple of years.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The town of Milford is just 2 weeks away from another town-wide vote on their school budget. Our Callie Warren provides us with the latest.
We had voted previously, and some articles had been approved already.
That previous vote took place in July, where a portion of the town of Milford's school budget failed. Since then, despite multiple conversations and community-wide efforts, the Lewis S. Libby School is still without a budget for the current school year.
Apparently, we have to go back to square one and approve all of the school articles again.
That need for approval is due to multiple miscommunications, according to school board members. While concerns were raised about the budget's potential incompatibility with state statute, a report from the school committee's legal team revealed no illegalities were found.
So everything's legal. There was some confusion on how the articles were presented.
The townwide vote has to start fresh with the entire budget.
We have a town meeting scheduled on the 23rd of this month to approve the school budget, hopefully.
A meeting that Hildreth hopes will go smoothly. He says in the future, the board plans to work in conjunction with the town to improve clarity and make the budget and voting process easier for all involved.
I think both sides are just looking for this to move on and so we can start working together on next year's budget.
In Milford, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, meanwhile, Eastern Maine Community College is getting more than $2.7 million to help support students. The TRIO grants come from the U.S. Department of Education and will be given out over the next 5 years. They will expand academic, financial, and personal support for students who are first-generation income eligible or have a documented disability. A statement from the school says more than 82% of EMCC students are eligible for the TRIO services, underscoring the importance of these programs in helping students overcome barriers to higher education.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, aimed at promoting unity and actions while honoring survivors. Yesterday in Lincoln, Partners for Peace hosted the 10th Walk to End Abuse. Our Alex Schley has more.
2021, Silas Melvin, 1 month old, Milo. Haley Goding, 3, Old Town.
Those were just a few of the many victims of domestic violence honored Thursday at Partners of Peace Visual in Lincoln. Thursday, Partners for Peace and members of the community came together to shed light on the issue of domestic violence, gathering at the gazebo to speak with attendees and share information on resources. As part of the event, organizers also featured the Clothesline Project.
So the Clothesline Project is a project that I believe began some time ago in Massachusetts, maybe. It now has people doing this nationwide. All of the shirts, each color has a different meaning. And so at various times we've given folks an opportunity to come in and make a t-shirt, expressing their story and their experience.
As part of the visual, Lincoln Police Chief Lee Miller read the city's proclamation against domestic violence.
With any investigation, we're going to look at all the facts and the circumstances and the evidence behind it, and In Maine, we take domestic violence very seriously.
Finally, a candlelight visual honored victims of domestic violence who are still loved and not forgotten.
Important to have events like this because domestic violence is something that can thrive if we don't talk about it. It's really important that we acknowledge that this is happening and that we show support because we never know who in our community is being directly affected.
For more information on Partners for Peace, go to our website, foxbangor.com. In Lincoln, Alex Schley for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
And a local ranch that specializes in equine therapy is holding its 5th annual Fall Festival fundraiser this weekend. Reigning Hope Ranch in Orrington is a nonprofit equine therapy center. The Fall Festival will feature live music, food, trucks, pony rides, vendors, and more. This annual event raises funds for their operations and programs, which serve veterans, individuals, and those healing from trauma. According to the founder of the ranch, they've seen a large demand for these services in the area.
All of our clients, they need the support of the community because the financial support that we get is what helps us keep the costs of services low and affordable for everybody.
The festival is taking place on Saturday from 11 till 4. Their goal this year is to raise at least $10,000, double what they raised last year. For more information, you can visit this story on our website, foxbangor.com.
The time is now 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Fire Safety Week is in full swing. We'll hear from the Fire Marshal's office about the benefits of sprinkler systems.
But first, to check with that forecast, today it looks like a nice day ahead, mostly sunny with highs around 58 degrees. It will be mostly clear tonight, another chance of frost with lows dropping down to the mid-30s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy for your Saturday, highs around 65. We'll be right back.
It's coming. Winter will descend. Be ready and save on one of Toyota's 23 snow-conquering all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon. Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you could get 4.75 for $60 on a stylish all-wheel drive RAV4 with comfort and refinement. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance. Winter is approaching, so save at Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
You're driving down the road, and out of nowhere, boom! You're hurt in a car accident. Now you've got expensive medical bills, lost earnings, and you've got to deal with that insurance company. The problems just keep piling up. When you call the twos, I'll handle all of those problems. All you have to do is get better while I work to get you paid. Hurt in a car accident? I'm on top of it. I'm your go-to guy.
Call 222-2222.
At ABC7 and Fox 22 News, it's our job to share breaking news and politics, as well as stories from around Maine that will restore your hope in humanity.
These feel-good features highlight what nonprofits, small businesses, and people just like you and I are doing to make a difference in the community.
So join us weekdays for all the latest news and feel-good features that will make you smile. Right here on ABC7 and Fox 22.
Welcome back, everyone. For around 100 years now, the United States has designated 1 week out of the year to be Fire Prevention Week. While the observance ends this Saturday, its message of the importance of safety lasts much longer, and one local fire department has some advice. Dover Foxcroft firefighter and Charleston Fire Chief Ethan Amaro says remember to change smoke detector batteries every daylight savings time, clean out chimneys, and service furnaces before use. This year, he says they're stressing the importance of lithium-ion battery safety. Those can be typically found in phones, tablets, and power tools. He says charge these batteries on hard surfaces and do not throw them away in the trash. Instead, ask your town dump for the closest authorized disposal site and charge batteries in a way that's recommended by the manufacturer.
A fire gets out of control out of a burn pit and ends up burning through the woods and catches someone else's house on fire, you know, you don't want that at all. So, I mean, the biggest thing is it all boils down to safety and prevention.
Further information can be found on our website.
Well, yesterday, the State Fire Marshal's Office highlighted the benefits of using sprinkler systems in your home. They used a side-by-side demo trailer, one side outfitted with a sprinkler system, the other without one. They lit the trailer on fire and then let the results speak for themselves. You can see there is significantly less damage on the side where sprinklers were present. The demo showed how quickly fires can escalate and the ability of sprinklers to knock it down or at least buy you some time. Experts there yesterday say it comes down to saving lives.
Air sprinklers in a residential setting, 10 minutes of water, to water supply to get you out, hold the fire at bay, and hopefully get the fire department there in time to save the rest of the building.
Well, he says, though, they are not required by state law anymore. 22 municipalities across the state do require them in new construction. If you'd like a sprinkler system yourself, your local code enforcement officer and fire department can help you with some important advice. They are becoming more and more common every day.
I know. I used to think they were just in like schools and different other buildings, but I didn't really know you could use them in your home necessarily.
Sure can. Yeah. And it'll help you with your insurance costs too.
There you go.
Yeah.
The time now is 6:16. After the break, millions are bracing for wet and cold weather across much of the country as multiple weather systems hit this holiday weekend.
We'll have the details coming up, plus holiday shopping may look a little different this year, being impacted by those tariffs. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Pro football fans, it's You Pick'em NFL, the Pro Football Challenge from Fox 22. Go to foxbangor.com, click on You Pick'em, and go to You Pick'em NFL. Make your picks, and you could be the weekly winner of a gift certificate from Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor, or from Yoshi Japanese Restaurant in Brewer. Brought to you by Collector's Choice in Brewer, K&M Auto Repair in Holden, and Twin City Tile in Brewer. Compete all season long. It's You Pick'em NFL from foxbangor.com.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Time to get clean!
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com.
All across America.
Good morning! Good morning!
Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
Well, now the weather and some extreme storms are going to make things wet and for some very cold over this holiday weekend.
ABC's Andrea Fuji reports.
This morning, millions are bracing for wet and cold weather across much of the country as multiple weather systems hit this holiday weekend. Frost and freeze alerts across the Northeast, all originating from a cold air mass in Canada. Temperatures as low as the upper 20s this morning in Maine. In the West today, there's a risk of flash flooding as Tropical Storm Priscilla is expected to bring more than 3 inches of rain over the next few days. A flood watch is in effect near Palm Springs, California, and in parts of Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and Arizona, including Phoenix. First responders hoping residents heed the warnings.
Here's what people don't realize. They underestimate the power of water and the strength and the weight of water.
Water is also a concern in South Carolina. A weather system is bringing high tides to Charleston. Authorities expect water levels up to 8 feet high at its peak. And millions up and down the East Coast are gearing up for another storm beginning to form near the Carolinas, expected to strengthen as it moves north on Saturday, turning into a nor'easter, bringing heavy rain up to 3 inches, gusty wind up to 60 miles an hour, and coastal flooding on Sunday into Monday and even Tuesday. And there's also Tropical Storm Jerry in the Atlantic, but there's no threat to the U.S. It's expected to curve north and head out to sea. Andrea Fuji, ABC News, New York.
Around here, we don't have to worry about that at this time
Thankfully,
anyways.
yes.
Looking like a pretty nice weekend ahead.
Absolutely. The time now is 6:20. Let's get a full look at our forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Freeze warnings remain posted until about 8 a.m. or so this morning for the counties highlighted, so temperatures have gotten cold enough for frost and temperatures to fall below freezing, so vegetation and flowers left outside will be killed by temperatures that are this cold. So unfortunately, we are hitting the end of the growing season across our neck of the woods. Now, wave heights have definitely backed off. That's why we have no advisories along the coast, but further out towards sea, they have definitely been rather active still at around 7 to even 10 feet at this moment in time. Now, we do have high pressure right overhead, definitely keeping things rather quiet for us, so we will see a lot of sunshine in our backyard today, and it's going to be very interesting. We're going to have high pressure and low pressure battling it out later on this week with opportunities for some rain showers, but in the meantime, we're rather quiet out there, keeping the entire northeast pretty calm. Now, the current surface map showing that area high pressure, a large area, rather quiet, and high pressure is right overhead at this moment in time. Futurecast showing a lot of sunshine, perhaps a few passing clouds today. We'll have a little bit more clouds overhead, but still some frost possible overnight as we head towards your Saturday. A lot of sunshine again, and then once we head towards Saturday night, still rather calm moving forward. Some clouds farther down toward the south. Some gusty winds reaching up to about 15 miles per hour, especially further down to the south, maybe 20 miles per hour along the coast, and still a little bit more gusty winds, nothing too ridiculous as we head towards your Saturday. So for today, here we go. We have upper 50s, mostly sunny, southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overnight, mid-30s, mostly clear areas of frost again, south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, mid-60s, mostly cloudy, west wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive. Mostly cloudy for your Sunday with highs in the low 60s. Rain showers for Indigenous Peoples Day with highs in the upper 50s, and then upper 50s Tuesday with another chance for rain showers.
Seasons Lounge and Banquet Center. We're just one block from Hollywood Slots in Bangor, and you're home for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come watch the game with us and have an appetizer combo. See us for game day specials. Fans, food, fun, seasons.
Hi, I'm Tony Hafford from TC Hafford Basement Systems, the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. Since 1991, over 15,000 Maine homeowners have trusted TC Hafford Basement Systems to fix their basements. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basement-y.
You're gripping a pumpkin spice latte, watching the home game on a Friday night. Earlier, you took the kids apple picking and almost made it through the corn maze. It's that time of year. Shorter days, cooler nights. Valley Home Services believes the comfort and warmth of home means more on nights like these. Comfort and warmth that comes from Fujitsu heat pumps. Valley Home Services has the most reliable choices for heating and cooling your home or business. Ditch the worry of heating bills and power outages all season long with Valley Home Services. Go ahead, embrace the comfort.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of
Advanced Diagnostic Car Service, C&R Carpet Cleaning, Coastal Auto Parts, Napa, Complete Tire Service, Inc., Liberty Trucking, Premium Choice Broadband, The Emporium Spooky Goods, and more. Seasons Lounge and Banquet Center. We're just one block from Hollywood Slots in Bangor, and you're home for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come watch the game with us and have an appetizer combo. See us for game day specials. Fans, food, fun, seasons.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Celebrations and relief in the Middle East with the Gaza ceasefire now in effect. Displaced Palestinians are getting a break from the bombing, and Israelis are eagerly waiting to release of the remaining hostages. Now American troops will head to Israel to help monitor the truce. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
This morning, the Israel-Hamas peace deal is official. The Israeli government has approved Phase 1 of the ceasefire agreement aimed at ending the war.
We couldn't have achieved it without the extraordinary help of President Trump and his team.
As part of the agreement, Israel has begun pulling back its troops to an agreed-upon line in Gaza. Once that's complete, Hamas will have 72 hours to release the 20 living hostages and the remains of 28 others.
We secured the release of all of the remaining hostages, and they should be released on Monday or Tuesday.
In exchange, Israel will release more than 1,000 Palestinian prisoners. But there are questions about what happens after Phase 1.
Can Hamas be disarmed? No one is going to send their troops or their administrators to Gaza if Hamas still has guns.
The president's 20-point plan has called for Hamas to disarm and for Gaza to be governed by an apolitical Palestinian committee overseen by an international board of peace with Trump as its chairman.
What guarantees Hamas disarms and that Israel doesn't resume bombing once the hostages are released?
The first thing we're doing is getting our hostages back, okay? And that's what people wanted more than anything else. And after that, we'll see.
The U.S. is preparing to send 200 service members to Israel, tasked with monitoring the ceasefire and supporting humanitarian aid, security, and logistics. Officials stressing there will be no boots on the ground in Gaza. While key aspects of the deal remain unclear, news of these first steps has sparked celebrations across Gaza and Israel. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
This holiday shopping season, experts say consumers may be feeling the impacts of those tariffs, and they've had on the supply chain. As shoppers are getting their wish list ready for the holiday season, retailers are feeling the effects of the Trump administration's tariffs. Retailers recommend starting your shopping early and expect fewer deals this holiday season. Some of the most impacted items this holiday season are apparel, footwear, tech, and even toys. Prioritize your big-ticket items by pre-ordering or reserving ahead of time, and be flexible when shopping for certain brands, as availability may vary.
There's growing anxiety among American military families as the government shutdown stretches into day 11. Sources telling ABC News that some Republicans are calling on the Speaker to bring them back in session ahead of a critical deadline. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has more.
This morning, new pressure on Republicans to end the government shutdown as federal workers face a second week without pay.
As a Republican, I'm very disappointed in my party, and I'm very disappointed in you because you do have the power to call the House back. You did that, or you refused to do that just for a show. I am begging you to pass this legislation. My kids could die.
House Speaker Mike Johnson faced fierce criticism on live TV on Thursday as a woman claiming to be a military spouse accuses him of putting her children at risk.
You could stop this, and you could be the one that could say military's getting paid. And I think that it is awful, and the audacity of someone who makes six figures a year to do this to military families is insane.
Military families lining up for hours for a food pantry distribution in Fort Hood, Texas, as they brace for a missed paycheck. But Johnson is saying only Democrats can end the shutdown.
Chuck Schumer and the Democrats are preventing your family from getting the care they need, not Republicans, and my heart goes out to you.
Meanwhile, Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene admits her own party could end the shutdown.
I'm a representative. I don't have to be a cheerleader for my party. We control the House. We control the Senate. We have the White House. I've been vocal saying, you can use the nuclear option in the Senate. This doesn't have to be a shutdown.
It comes as airports across the country are hit with hours-long delays due to staffing shortages. 21,000 flights were delayed this week. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is saying 53% of those delays were caused by sick calls. Duffy now saying workers who call out could be fired.
House Democrats say they're willing to pass a standalone bill to ensure pay for troops during the shutdown, but Johnson says he won't support the bill because it won't pass the Senate. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
One other story we're following today, there's apparently been an earthquake that has struck near the Philippines this morning, measuring 7.4 on the Richter scale. Pretty strong earthquake.
It's a big one.
No reports of damage or anything at this point, but they're worried about tsunamis and that sort of thing. It's still early, so.
I'm sure we'll hear more about that. Coming up on the second half of a newscast, a Dover Foxcroft family will continue their haunted ATV ride tradition this Halloween.
We'll tell you all about it coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Hi, I'm Barry, third-generation owner of Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear. For over 100 years, we have been a destination for Western saddlery and equine tack. But hold on, partner. We are a store with much more. We are fully stocked with Western apparel and, of course, Western boots for the entire family. For summer concerts, formal events, how about riding horses? Even safety toe work boots. All boots purchased receive a free coating of leather preservative. Cowboy up. Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono.
My sister had multiple falls and broke her leg in the nursing home. She was out of her room and unsupervised. How did that happen?
If a serious injury has happened at a nursing home that's brought up cause for concern, call the 2s right now.
Our attorney at Lowry Law helped me get answers. He made sure the nursing home paid for what happened to my sister.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, we're your go-to lawyers.
Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At CNR Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the CNR promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with CNR Carpet Cleaning.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Friday, October 10th, 2025, and it is also World Mental Health Day.
This holiday was created in 1992 to raise awareness about mental health and to advocate for changes in the way it's treated. Many mental health issues weren't being properly treated, and many people were still being treated inhumanely around the world. While we've learned a lot, there's still much more that can be done to care for people with mental illness, and this day aims to keep that discussion going.
It wasn't too long ago, a lot of times they would just lock people away,
right.
And especially, you know, they did it in the U.S., but they still continue to do it in other countries.
Yeah.
And, you know, now they're trying to find other therapies and ways to do it, obviously.
Important
yeah,
discussion.
Good to keep talking about.
Absolutely.
All right, time for history. It was on this day back in 1767. Charles Mason and Jeremiah Dixon completed the survey of the boundary between the colonies of Pennsylvania and Maryland to settle a land dispute in the area. It became known as the Mason-Dixon Line. I learned that this morning. 1899, Isaac Johnson received a patent for the bicycle frame. It was the first with the modern diamond frame that we still use today. 1964, the Summer Olympics got underway in Tokyo, becoming the first summer games to be telecast around the world. And in 1966, the Beach Boys released their smash hit, Good Vibrations.
In 1977, the London Bridge reopened after being dismantled in England and reconstructed in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. It had stood in the UK for 600 years and still features the lampposts that were made from melted down cannons that were captured from Napoleon's army in 1815. And that was my learning something new this morning.
Yeah, they took it apart piece by piece, numbered all the bricks, and then put it back together.
So interesting.
Yeah.
In 1973, Vice President Spiro Agnew resigned from office after being accused of accepting bribes. He later pleaded to no contest to a charge of federal income tax evasion. And in 2014, a 17-year-old Pakistani girl became the youngest person to be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Malala Yousafzai, which I believe is how you say her last name, had been shot in the head by a Taliban gunman while on the way home from school because of her activism for girls' education. Despite the attack, she became a global advocate and symbol for peaceful protesting.
Today's birthdays include rocker David Lee Roth, who is 71. He, of course, used to be the lead singer of Van Halen.
Right.
I spent the night on the top of the Bangor Mall with my buddies back in like 1981, waiting to buy Van Halen tickets to go see them. I've seen them several times. All right, author Nora Roberts is 75. She's written more than 200 novels. And race car driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 51 today.
Good variety there.
Yeah, how about that? Happy birthday to you also if your birthday is today.
Let's turn things back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Already freeze warnings remain posted until around 8 a.m. or so this morning. Temperatures have gotten cold enough for flowers and vegetation to be killed by the temperatures. So unfortunately, we're hitting the end of the growing season with temperatures that have been cooling off. Meanwhile, as we do move forward, we have high pressure right overhead, and with the clear skies and calm winds that have allowed conditions to really get cool enough to really kill the vegetation. But meanwhile, look how clear it is out there. So we will see a lot of sunshine as we do move forward in time today. Futurecast is showing things being rather quiet today, maybe a few passing clouds, and that's about it. We'll see a little bit more clouds in a few spots coming up later on tonight. As we do move forward today, maybe a little bit of gusty winds up to around 50 miles per hour, especially farther down toward the south, and that's about it. Your hourly forecast, lots of sunshine today with temperatures in the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Still here to come this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
And we'll be talking about the Bigfoot Festival. Don't go away.
Davis Brothers Furniture is expanding. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest, and we are now proud to offer flooring for your home, featuring both carpeting and luxury vinyl flooring. We even have an installer in-house with over 30 years of experience. Come see the reason people have been traveling from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford for decades. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different, delivering statewide.
I'm Jim with Lowry Law. I was contacted by a woman who asked me to help one of her friends who had been hurt by a drunk driver. Not only did he have multiple injuries, he had the added stress of being the victim of a crime. We helped make sure that he didn't have to testify or even go to court. That was important to him, so I made it a priority. We got him a $250,000 settlement. If you've been hurt by a drunk driver, call me. I'm your go-to guy.
Hurt by a drunk driver? Call the twos.
Are you experiencing foot pain? Comfort Shoes & More has a team of experts trained in podorthics to help you find relief. They offer tailored fittings, shoe modifications, customized orthotics, and much more for the ordinary or the hard-to-fit foot. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear for men and women from today's top brands: Hoka, Brooks, Keen, Merrell, and Ariat. From running to walking, casual or dress, they have it all. Take the drive to Newport for a sit-and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Gotta be the best to beat the best, so we must be the best. Eyes on the prize when we in it, we can't see the rest. We stay on the grind when we in it, we don't need a rest.
Welcome back in, folks, to Orono. Boys soccer team is off to a hot start, and they have their sights set on a Class C North title this season. Our Max Sturm has a story.
The team just loves the game. We all love soccer so much.
For the love of the game, a phrase so commonly used by players and coaches at all levels of the world's favorite sports when describing their team's success. And success is exactly what the Orono Red Riots boys soccer team has achieved so far in their 2025 campaign. The Red Riots hold an undefeated 10-0-1 record through their first 11 games, enough to place them atop of the Class C North standings. But 2 years ago, this squad finished with just 4 wins and missed the playoffs. Orono's coaches and players attribute their turnaround to their hard work and determination.
I mean, these guys work hard for 3 or 4 months a year for me, but they're also working 8 or 9 months hard for other coaches and other programs, other clubs in the off season.
Yeah, we've improved a lot. Definitely playing a lot outside of practice, putting in that work has built chemistry within the team, I think. And I think overall, just as players have progressed within our program, we've just become a better all-around team.
The Red Riots saw improvement last season as well, winning 11 games and finishing 3rd in Class C North. But the team lost its valuable senior players and had to bring in and develop young talent for this year's go-around.
And the young guys have really stepped up. I'm really proud of them. So obviously we got a lot of freshmen stepping into those roles, Will Mitchell, Ty, and they've really improved. In their 8th grade year, I think a lot of them saw us play, and they sort of saw the commitment we had, saw the amount of passion we have for the game, and they stepped right in.
Orono will play just 3 more games before the playoff bracket takes shape. And while they are focused on the ultimate goal of claiming a Class C North title, the Red Riots understand they first will need to close out the remainder of the season on a high note.
Looking ahead to the next game, we're not trying to underestimate anybody because really right now in Class C North, anybody can win it.
Obviously, we can't rule anybody out. There's a lot of great competition out there. But I like our chances. I think that we have a pretty solid team.
Although records may not look like it's a very competitive league, it is. These teams are good. Anyone can beat anybody else on any given day, so we have to stay sharp. And that's the message I keep telling them. There's no vacations, no breaks. We got to keep working every day.
In Orono, Max Sturm, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The Boston Bruins won their season opener on Wednesday night with a 3-1 win over the Washington Capitals, and they'll take on the Chicago Blackhawks tonight in their home opener. It happened at 7 p.m. Meanwhile, one of the greatest Bruins of all time, Zdeno Chara, will have his number retired, number 33, hoisted into the Garden rafters. Big Z played 14 seasons in Boston. He was a 5-time All-Star with the Bees and a Norris Trophy winner as well. But his greatest accomplishment came in 2011, leading the Bruins to the Stanley Cup Championship. He says being elected to the NHL Hall of Fame and now getting his jersey retired is a dream come true.
Obviously, it's a huge honor, incredible honor. I never imagined coming to Boston that one day I'm going to have my jersey retired and hanging in rafters. It's such a privilege. Something is going to be sinking probably for next few days, but I'm so grateful for that.
Speaking of those Bruins, let's see how they fared against the Blackhawks in the second. Tied 1-1. Louis Chavert tucked one from the point to make it 2-1 for the Blackhawks, but later on, Tanner Jeannot says, I'll do it myself. He's going to come from the back of the net, skate through the entire defense, and then tie it at 2. Great shot there to even it for the Bruins. This one would go to overtime, tied at 3, and Korpisalo kept the Bruins alive, making a great kick save here as this one developed on the doorstep. And then just moments later, he's going to stop former #1 overall pick Connor Bedard on the 1-on-0. He hits him with the glove. Incredible stop, and it keeps the Bruins going. Shortly after, it was Fraser Mitten who kept it on the 2-on-1 and put it in the back of the net to light the lamp, and the Bruins start the season 2-0. How about that start for those Boston Bruins? Maine hockey starts their season this weekend at the Alphon against Holy Cross, but they were tested in a big way before the season even started last Friday. Maine fell to UNH in a shootout at Bowdoin College in Brunswick. The game didn't count towards either team's record, but both teams certainly treated the game like it did. Maine struggled early on in the contest, having to score a third-period goal to come back. And before losing in the shootout, Maine has 13 newcomers, and head coach Ben Barr says they'll have to rely on effort as this team settles in.
So, I think that was a good learning experience for all of us. The guys, we're going to have to cover it up with hopefully working hard. That's, that's going to cover up a lot. We're going to make mistakes, especially early on here. We got a lot of guys just trying to figure out how to play, play in our system and stuff. So, so we're relying on our hard work a little bit here, hopefully to cover up some of those things. And
big day tomorrow at the Alphon with the women's game starting at 2, the Fan Fest starting at 4, all leading up to that game against Holy Cross for the men. Folks, it's time for our daily Dexter check-in. The Tigers still sit in 3rd place with over 280,000 votes, but are still trailing those top 2 schools by a decent amount. Remember, you can vote every single day using the QR code on your screen, so don't forget to make your daily entry as we try to help out those Dexter Tigers. That is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Every step matters. Every fit makes a difference. WVII, Maine's trusted shoe store. Premium brands, casual classics, modern style. Professional fittings, always. Shop in store or online.
Who has the best kept secret in Penobscot County?
We do!
Welcome to Maple Lane Farms, a fifth-generation family farm that's committed to providing you with the best quality products. Our farm-raised local and sustainable meat is flash frozen to lock in the freshness and natural flavors. Experience the top-notch quality of our meat that's naturally raised without any antibiotics or hormones. Get the best of both worlds, quality and affordability. Try Maple Lane Farms today, the candy store for the carnivore.
Autumn is here. That means winter is just around the corner, and so are higher energy bills. But when Washington tried to cut critical heating assistance to thousands of Mainers, it was Senator Susan Collins who rescued it. A fierce defender of the program, Senator Collins has secured $700 million in funds to help Mainers afford their heating bills, providing essential help for those on fixed incomes. Call, thank Senator Collins, and ask her to keep fighting and winning for Maine.
WVI's Fall Festival sale is happening October 11th and 12th. From casual shoes and hikers to sneakers and boots for the kids. Save on styles for the whole family. Take 15% off footwear purchases in-store or online with code FALLFESTIVAL. Exclusions apply.
Everyone, well, I've been looking forward to this morning's interview. It has to do with the upcoming Bigfoot Festival, which will be taking place out in Western Maine later on this month, coming up next weekend. And you'll want to go out there and check it out. All kinds of fun events planned. But first, we got some serious things to talk about here. We have joining us this morning, we have Peter Small. You are the president of the Maine Bigfoot Foundation. Yep. And Michael Vachon, you are the co-founder of the foundation yourself.
That's correct.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for coming in this morning. We appreciate it. We were just having an interesting conversation about Bigfoots. I'm not sure if that's how you say it or not, but yeah, we'll go with that. And as far as you're concerned, there's no question in your mind that they are out there and they're here in Maine. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about your experience. We'll start with you, Mike. You said you were chased out of the woods by one time.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've had several experiences with them. I was hunting an expanded archery season back in 2010, right in Gardner, Maine. And I actually was sitting in a tree stand. I used my climbing tree stand, and I climbed up, and then I heard something moving, and I thought, what is that? And I looked over, and I'm looking on the ground, there's nothing, and I look up in the tree 20 yards away, and it looks like this big back up next to me, and I'm like, well, they're looking in the wrong place, and why are they sitting right there? It's obvious my tree stand's marked with a big orange tag on it, and it's like, okay, well, they're in the wrong position anyway, so I stayed there. I hunted, and the darkness started coming, daylight started to fade, and I heard something to my right, and I got ready because I figured it was a deer coming, and all of a sudden I hear a thump, and I turn and look to the left, and this thing's walking away. And I'm like, I'm gonna catch up to this guy. So I tried to catch up to him, no guy.
Right.
There's only one way off of the property because there's a big stream 15 feet wide. You have to go across the culverts. Nope, not there, no car there, no nothing. Come back the next day, gonna check the tree stand. There's no tree stand. So 20 feet up in the crotch of a tree, there's no mark of any tree stand being there. There's no mark of a climbing stand. There's no indicator of anybody ever being there. So how'd the guy get up there?
Eventually you ran into one face to face though.
Right, so the next day I go out and I actually watched one walk behind me up there throwing a big branch at me. And the thing finally gets out of sight. I pulled my tree stand left, called my uncle. He says, well, go further in on the property. 3 weeks later, I finally got the courage to do so, because I knew what I was looking at that point. And
do they look like what you think they look like you see?
Yes, they're all different shapes. Sure. Everything is different, just like us. They can be skinny, they can be big, massive, cone-shaped head.
Yeah.
Really wide, really tall, and typical big footprint. And I went back in and I hunted one day, and I got chased out of the woods. I had rocks thrown at me that day. I had a tree that taller than a telephone pole rock back and forth with a growl that vibrated through my body. I ran for the vehicle, got to the vehicle, and I threw everything in the back, and as I'm fumbling for my keys, I look across the bed of my pickup truck, and a foot off the bed, there's this thing that I'm looking up at. It's, 8.5, 9 feet tall with glowing red eyes, and it's stomping its feet back and forth. So,
Must be terrified at that point.
Yeah, I got out of there really quick.
But now you guys, you go around and you do investigations because there's been other sightings around Maine, and you go out there and you investigate them. You do talks for people. There's a lot of people in Maine that are interested in this, Peter.
Yes, there is. Our goal is to get people to start talking. A lot of them are afraid to talk. They get ridiculed.
Right.
I was ridiculed, even from my own relatives. They're out there. My sighting wasn't as elaborate as his. Mine was just a few seconds.
Yeah.
But it's life-changing when you see something like that and you're trying to comprehend what you just saw.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't have a lot of time this morning. I could talk to you guys all day about this. I think it's fascinating. In fact, I want to have you back and do more with you guys. But let's talk about the festival a little bit. It's coming up the weekend of the 18th and 19th. It's going to be held in Stratton and Eustis. Is that how it's going down?
Yeah, it's Stratton and Eustis, pretty much the same town. They're side by side. Town office is shared.
Right.
So we're literally using the area from the community center up through town, like the inns and stuff are, allowing use of their bathrooms, and they're opening up for food and whatnot, up to the corner of Route 16 where the
spillover.
Innet Spillover Brook or something like that. Is right there on the corner. So we're using that whole area.
Yeah. But there's going to be all kinds of fun things. This is a serious thing, but there will be like Bigfoot calling contests, costume contests, that kind of thing.
Yeah, picture-taking contest, which I think some people are looking forward to see how fast you can take a picture of a Bigfoot.
Right. And the important thing is it will get people talking.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing we want. We want people to talk. We want people to come see in what we have. I mean, I've got a 20-inch footprint cast that's going to be up there. And that was cast in Orneville Plantation, Maine.
Yeah.
I mean, this year in Orneville, we cast a 22 and a 23-inch footprint.
Crazy. This is so eye-opening for me. No question. There are big feet right here in Maine, right in our area. You were mentioned there was one in Newburgh. We're about out of time here, but you have a Facebook page for this, for the Bigfoot Foundation?
Yes, we do. All you have to do is look up Maine Bigfoot Foundation, Inc. We're right out there. We also have a regular web page, mainebigfootfoundationinc.com.
And that will have all the details about the upcoming festival.
Yep, the Facebook page will. The web page doesn't, but it gives you the shortcuts. And actually, you can go to our regular website, and it'll bring you to a place. If you had a sighting, you can post your sighting.
How interesting. Yeah. I wish we had more time. I'm getting the big wrap here, but I appreciate you guys coming in here today. And I want to do more with you guys in the future. This is so interesting to me.
Absolutely. We're going to be doing this festival every year with God willing. We get everything done. This year we were limited on our budget, so our speakers aren't the high end that you would get at some of these other festivals, but for next year we have some speakers that come in or have committed to come that are on the higher side, more well-known.
Yeah. But if you're interested in this, this is the place to be coming up next weekend.
So, this is our inaugural one, and we're going to do the best we can to make everybody happy. And we actually have trophies for some of the events.
It sounds great. I'm getting the big wrap now, so I got to go. But thank you so much for coming in this morning, and I wish you guys the best of luck with this.
Well, thank you for having us.
We thank you for having us, and maybe you guys can come up and check it all out.
I'd love to do so. All right. Thank you, guys. We're going to send it back to Devin for a last look at that forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Freeze warnings remain posted until about 8 a.m. or so this morning for the counties highlighted, so temperatures have gotten cold enough for frost and temperatures to fall below freezing, so vegetation and flowers left outside will be killed by temperatures that are this cold. So unfortunately, we are hitting the end of the growing season across our neck of the woods. Now, wave heights have definitely backed off. That's why we have no advisories along the coast, but further out towards sea, they have definitely been rather active still at around 7 to even 10 feet at this moment in time. Now, we do have high pressure right overhead, definitely keeping things rather quiet for us, so we will see a lot of sunshine in our backyard today, and it's going to be very interesting. We're going to have high pressure and low pressure battling it out later on this week with opportunities for some rain showers, but in the meantime, we're rather quiet out there, keeping the entire northeast pretty calm. Now, the current surface map showing that area high pressure, a large area, rather quiet, and high pressure is right overhead at this moment in time. Futurecast showing a lot of sunshine, perhaps a few passing clouds today. We'll have a little bit more clouds overhead, but still some frost possible overnight as we head towards your Saturday. A lot of sunshine again, and then once we head towards Saturday night, still rather calm moving forward. Some clouds farther down toward the south. Some gusty winds reaching up to about 15 miles per hour, especially farther down to the south, maybe 20 miles per hour along the coast, and still a little bit more gusty winds, nothing too ridiculous as we head towards your Saturday. So for today, here we go. We have upper 50s, mostly sunny, southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overnight mid 30s, mostly clear areas of frost again, south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, mid 60s, mostly cloudy, west wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive. Mostly cloudy for your Sunday with highs in the low 60s. Rain showers for Indigenous Peoples Day with highs in the upper 50s, and then upper 50s Tuesday with another chance for rain showers.